Welcome to week 4. If this is the first time watching, you need to go back and watch the last 3 weeks, and I'm sorry it is going to take a lot of your time. If you haven't got time to go back and watch the 3 weeks, I'll do the quickest little recap for you. So my name's Lucy, I'm an amateur runner, and I am using my Garmin 265S to see if it can train me to a 10k PB on the 19th of May, which now is 6 weeks and 6 days away. But I'm just using the Garmin daily suggested workouts on the back of the race widget and basically following it pretty much to the letter. So every day it will give me a suggested workout and I go and do that workout. And I trust the technology as it takes in lots of different things about me, like my sleep and my HRV and my resting heart rate and the load that I'm currently putting my body through with all the different workouts that it's given me to give me kind of the best workout for that day. So yeah, the last 3 weeks have been, I'm going to try and squeeze the table in here. The last 3 weeks have been interesting. I've had days where I ran 5 days in a row, which I would never have ever done if the watch hadn't told me to. And I'm actually getting a lot of data now. So HRV, I finally got my baseline for HRV, so that's kind of factoring into everything. I've got my training readiness, I've got my training status, which has been productive since the 25th of March, which is making me feel amazing. Obviously, if you've got a Garmin, you know how much a productive status and how much that effect will have on your day. Anyway, we are now in week 4, so today is Easter Monday, so it's actually the 1st of April. We've been through the April Fools on social media. What a joy. Are we still doing April Fools in 2024? I feel like after COVID, April Fools shouldn't really exist. Anyway, it is the 1st of April. It is Easter Monday. I haven't got work today, which is lovely. So today, I've had a look at the morning report. I didn't sleep the best last night. I didn't have as much sleep as I could have done with. Stayed up quite late, but it was continuous, so I did sleep well, according to the watch. I just didn't have enough sleep, if that makes sense. HRV is good. We are balanced. My resting heart rate is staying very low. So for me, anything under 60 beats per minute is excellent. FYI, I'm 32. And yeah, so today's suggested workout is threshold. Now, last week we did a threshold. We did actually the exact same workout that it's asking me to do today, which is a 10-minute warm-up, 17 minutes at 173 BPM. So at my threshold, basically, my red line, so to speak, and then a 10-minute cool down. So that's what it wants me to do today. I found this really hard last week. So hopefully today won't hurt as much, because mentally I know I can do it because I did it last week. And maybe I could try and do it a little bit quicker than I did last week. But the sun is shining. It is a lovely day. I think it's a bit windy, but to be honest, the suns are out. We only have one sun. The sun is out. So yeah, the rest of the week is looking quite interesting at the moment. Everything's subject to change, so I never get too kind of set on what I might be having. So tomorrow it's looking like a rest day, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday look like base runs, and then there's an anaerobic run on Saturday. But again, everything can change. So I'm just having a coffee. I've had some breakfast. I'm going to wait for that to go down, and then I'm going to go and see how well I can do this threshold session. I am well fueled from Easter eggs and Sunday roast from yesterday, so let's go see how this goes. Decided, is it controversial? It's legal, you can get it from Holland & Barrett. Decided to crack out the pre-workout just to see if it would make a difference. Now, trying to take pre-workout I find a challenge because it tastes so horrible and it's very powdery, and I mean I was only really whisking it with a fork but yeah, really had to try and get it down the hatch. Pinky up. I'm knowing that the tingles would set in about 5 minutes time. Just got 30 seconds left to warm up. Feeling better than I did last time, but we'll see what happens. I'll see you on the other side. I got a bit lost. I'm now I'm on a football pitch. No one's playing. I feel like I'm trespassing, but I was just trying to get back to where I was originally. Whew. I did that so much quicker. It's on the cool down, so I might have to finish that up. But yeah, I managed like 550 a k. So yeah, I'm really pleased. So I'm going to get back on the road, which will be too noisy if this wind isn't already too noisy. But yeah, we'll have a bit of a catch up when I'm nearer home. I got all the way to where I thought I could get through, but there is no pedestrian crossing, so I'm going to have to retrace my steps because there's just no way out. Don't really fancy trying to get through this little gap, so yeah. Might be time for a detour. Why am I like this? I don't even know how long's left on my run. I think I've only got 5 minutes left, so I'm going to jog and try and find a way out. I thought I could get out of that gate, but it's not the gate I was thinking of that I run past. So, oh, I think it's over there. How do I get there? There is a gate there, but I don't know how I get there. That's the one I thought I was going to, but I've got a crap sense of direction, obviously. Right, I'm gonna restart my watch and jog over there and see if I can get out that gate. Right, I'm done. Woohoo! You know what? Completely different from last Wednesday. I'm not saying the pre-workout has got anything to do with it. And despite getting lost, well, I wasn't lost. I was just lost of how to get back to where I was. It's like I could see it in my mind's eye, but I didn't know how to get there. But I've just found a little trail and now I know exactly where I am. Now, I'm not saying that the pre-workout was the thing that made the difference, but my God. So last Wednesday, when I had the exact same workout on the plan, 10-minute warm-up, 17 minutes at 173 BPM, 10-minute cool down, threshold, yeah. I found it so hard, literally within the first 20 seconds of the effort, the middle effort, the threshold bit, I wanted to quit. I was like, this is horrible, I hate it, this is too hard, I can't do it. Today, I don't know if it just went into it with a better attitude, or the fact that I knew I could do it because I did it last week, or the fact that I did it on like a straight section of like basically next to a dual carriageway. So the only thing I had to really navigate was other people also on that same path because it's quite narrow. I don't know, it's just completely different and I felt really strong. I haven't really looked at like my splits for that particular run. I think I did I'll put them up here. But yeah, I think I averaged like 550 a k, rather than last week, which was 618 a k off the top of my head. Yeah, I did it at 615 a k last week, and today I did it at 550. And I don't know, I just felt really strong. I didn't really want to, because of having to like go around the people on that like stretch of path, I didn't want to turn around and come back and then like have to get out the way of them again. So I decided to kind of keep going, and I ended up doing some loops of some industrial estates. And then in my mind's eye, I was like, oh, I can get back on that path if I cut through this football club. And yeah, couldn't get through. And then I ended up doubling back, and then I got lost again. But I made it home. So yeah, extra 2k on top of what I'd already done. And even that 2k was at pace. Like I was like, oh, I'll just go slow. And then I was like, I really want to get home now because I am like much longer than I thought I was going to be. And I'm desperate for a hair wash. I feel so skanky. So yeah, what a great start to week 4. Still productive, still haven't quite nudged up to 43 VO2 max. I know it takes ages to like up your VO2 max, but it's so close to going to 43. And I'm so convinced that when it goes up to 43, it will go in the blue zone instead of the green zone, which I think blue is like excellent. I think. So we'll keep tracking. I'm pretty sure it's going to give me a rest day tomorrow, because it did tell me that you've been working hard lately. I was like, oh, thank you, Garmin. I have. So, yeah, but I'm still productive. I've got a really like big recovery now. I think it said like 46 hours. But yeah, race time predictions going down. I don't know. I'm just feeling really good. And I'm really loving this experiment. Like, it's so, I don't know. I'm just really enjoying it. And I feel like I'm getting stronger. I feel like I'm getting fitter. Surprised how, I don't know, how well my body's coping is the other thing. So I'm going to go wash my hair. I'm so excited. But yeah, buzzing for today. I'm going to go and like look at all my stats of this, and hopefully I'll be in normal clothes tomorrow for a rest day. So yeah, so excited to be almost halfway through. I think it will be at the end of this week. And yeah, see you tomorrow. I'm in a jumper. I have clean hair. It can only mean one thing. It's a rest day. A proper rest day, not a recovery. A proper rest day with a picture of a beach and palm trees and everything, which is not what I'm looking out on outside. But, oh, I tell you what, I really felt like I needed it today. So I'm so glad when it came up. I've been reflecting a little bit on yesterday's run, the threshold session, and I tell you what, it's really given me some confidence for the race. I'm feeling like it might be a reasonable PB. So just a reminder, I do collect my race bibs. And I'm trying to look at which one. Oh yeah, it's this little one here. And I write on what my time was on each of my bibs. So yeah, 59:37 is the time to beat. I really would just like to see how much I can beat that PB. But yeah, yesterday, considering that is the pace, 5:50 a k, that I would have to run to, hit my PB or hit a PB. Yeah, it was a good little confidence booster. So it's a rest day today. I've kind of looked ahead for this week again. I've got a base run tomorrow, base run Thursday. I think I've got another threshold session, exactly the same threshold sessions. This looks like it's going to be like a classic feature during this build phase. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy my rest day. I've just literally come back from walking the dogs, so I'm just on my lunch break. And yeah, I'm feeling like I've deserved the rest day. So it's worked out quite well actually, because on the plan, although it can change, it's also showing a rest day for Saturday. So it's like 2 base runs, a threshold, a rest, and then I think there's an anaerobic session on Sunday, but it can all change. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my rest day, and I'll see you tomorrow for what could be a base run, but it might change. It is 4:31. I am finishing on time and keeping it real. I don't really want to go out for a run. I'm cold and I've had a bad day, and it's kind of the last thing I want to do right now. But we're going to go and get it done anyway, because discipline is more important and stronger than motivation. And making this little experiment series is keeping me accountable. So I'm gonna wrap up warmer than I would normally. Take it. Neville's on the floor playing with one of his toys. Take it super slow and super easy, because I'm doing 43 minutes whether it's slow or fast, so I might as well slow down and stay in my zone too. And yeah, and just put some tunes on and try and enjoy myself. So yeah, I'm gonna go get changed. And am I gonna get changed? I can wear this, and then I don't have to get changed. And just get some tunes on and go, and just gonna get the run done. And we're home. I don't even know where to start with that run. I did start off actually very easy, completely in zone 2 for the first probably 2 and a bit K, and then it just there's just heart rate drift where it just kept. I felt like I slowed down a bit to try and get the heart rate to go down, and then I just gave up. Not on the run. I just gave up trying to keep my heart rate down, which is, I know, not like the method, and I would say it was a one-off, but dog hair in my little floofy mic. I can only try better next time. However, all that being said, my VO2 max has crept up just enough that I'm now in the excellent category. So it's not green anymore, it's blue. And I was confused because when I've like finished the run and like scrolled through the stats, normally at the end where it says like the I don't know, the training status or the your recovery, and it's like the last screen, it said 42 for VO2 max, but it was blue, and I'm like, oh, that's weird because it's normally green. Does blue mean I'm not like getting better? Did the green mean that I was increasing my VO2 max, and now the blue is that I'm maintaining? And then I was like, no, it's the colour, it's the bit in the, like, I have it on the front of my, I'll put it up there, I have it on the front of my screen. I was like, oh my god. And I know it's probably not accurate. Like, it's not a lab test mask on situation, but if it makes me feel good about myself, and I know Garmin does a lot of things that sometimes don't make me feel good about myself, then let's just take it as a positive. And that is the positive from that run, is my VO2 max went up just enough to get into the excellent category. So it's just another run ticked off. And to be fair, what's better? Like going out and doing it and not doing it perfectly, or not going at all? Because I think the former is the preferred option. So I'm done. I've ticked it off. I did the same route as the other day when I got lost, because I decided I didn't want to be lost, but then I ended up again too far from home and then had to walk a good half a K back, which it wasn't actually that bad. I'm very much dramatising the situation. Anyway, we're done. Wednesday ticked off. Thursday, so tomorrow, let's just have a little look. Sometimes it changes after it. No, we've still got a 53-minute anaerobic, which is going to be interesting. So I think tomorrow's run I'm going to have to do at lunchtime, which will take my full lunch break. But it'll be worth it, because I'm going out with my mum tomorrow night, straight after work. So my normal run slot I can't do, and I won't be doing it when I get home, because God knows what time we'll be home. We're going to go and watch Johannes from Strictly. So yeah. So yeah, we're going to do it at lunchtime and see how that goes. It's an anaerobic session. It looks quite fun, to be fair. So I won't put it on the screen in case it doesn't end up happening, but it does look fun. So I'm going to go and have an evening. Another one ticked off. And although, wasn't my best favourite run in the whole world, it was fine. I'm glad I did it. Okay, it is Thursday, and I don't know if Garmin was like listening in on my concerns yesterday because I'm out tonight and I haven't got time to do a run after work because I'm going straight out. So I'm doing it now. However, when I woke up this morning, the anaerobic session that was in there yesterday has changed. So it is now a 40-minute session instead of a 53-minute session. And it's just a completely different structure. So I think I've got 5 efforts of 40 seconds at 4:45 pace. So it's not a sprint, but it is, for me, fast. So, yeah, and there's like a 15-minute warm-up and a 10-minute cool-down. So I think I'm going to go to like my normal kind of flat road that I use for things like that. Also because I don't want to get lost today. I haven't got time to get lost today. I need to go. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll try and film bits if I can. If not, we'll have to have a debrief when I get back. But I've got the mic and I've got the camera anyway, and I'm wearing a vest because I've just found this vest to be the best way of holding, like, keeping my phone on me. I've got like a Pro Max, so it's too big for pockets. And I've obviously got the receiver part of the mic setup attached to the back. So I'm going to go and do this session, and yeah, I'll try and film. If not, we'll debrief when I'm back. If I've got time, if not, it will be just as I finish work. Because I will want to shower quickly as well. So I'll do my best. If not, I'll do it on the cool down. That might be what I do. Right, see you in a bit. So, I got that a bit wrong. I thought it was 4:45 the K on the 40-second intervals, but it was 4:30. So I think the first one I did was 4:38, and the last one I did was 4:15 or 4:13, I think. So way kind of either side of that range, really. So I'm just on the cool down. I'm about to go too low on my heart rate, so I'm going to pick up the pace. But yeah, hopefully I should finish this just as I get to my door. So yeah, I'm going to go and finish my cool down. But yeah, pretty pleased with that. Right, I'm going to put all the little stats from that run on like this side. But yeah, I went up another VO2 max, 43, not 42. So it's 42 yesterday and I went to excellent today, 43. So something's working. My race time predictions are going down, and I know, again, they're not wholly accurate, but that was great. Love anaerobic sessions. They are definitely my favourite. So I'm going to go and have the quickest shower and get back to my desk. But lunchtime run, done. This is slightly a different angle. I'm going to kind of sit this side. It's now Saturday, so and it's late on Saturday. It's nearly it's nearly 9 o'clock in the evening, and I haven't done a run. I haven't done a run yet. I need to go and do it. It's getting late. Yesterday I had my rest day. Well, it was a recovery. That is what came up on the plan yesterday. But it says active recovery or rest, so I'm taking it as a rest day. So that was yesterday. And then today I just had a nice Saturday, basically. Keeping it completely real. I've just been procrastinating. Had my nails done, so those look much more presentable than they did yesterday. And yeah, I've just had a day of like errands, food shop, just normal life, really. As I said, like, I'm gonna keep this as real as I possibly can. So I haven't done my run. Now, yesterday, and pretty much all week, it was looking like this was going to be another anaerobic session, but today I woke up and it was saying to do a 43-minute base run. So a 43-minute base run is what is left to do. Am I going to do it? Am I going to go and do it outside at this time of night? No. And that's why I have a treadmill. So I'm going to go and do 45 minutes on the treadmill. Well, I will do 43 minutes plus 2 minutes. Now, I've realised I don't think I've calibrated my watch with the treadmill. So I'm going to pretty much stick to a consistent pace, put on my heart rate monitor, and just try and stay as much as I can in zone 2. And yeah, I need to go and do it because I'm running out of daytime. Well, it's not daytime anymore. Right, we have got to the end of week 4. Last night I did go on the tread. It was horrific. Note to self, do not attempt a run at 9 o'clock, kind of 9:15 once I had finished prattling about trying to get the camera set up. So it was just horrific. I'd eaten far too close to running, like a heavy meal, too late at night. I felt sick. I had really bad heartburn. And yeah, I just felt awful the whole time. Like it was just one of those in the bin, everything is hard. I slowed right down, and to be honest, at one point, because I was feeling so sick with like every step, I just slowed down and went down to a walk and put the incline all the way up to like, I think like between an 8 and a 10%, and just walked, keeping my heart rate at the same amount. So yeah, my heart rate was pretty much, I think, like 98% of the time in zone 2, which is kind of all that matters, to be honest, at the end of the day. And now it's Sunday. It is 6:10 in the evening. Have I ran yet today? No. It has been raining and Storm Kathleen is here, so it's been really, really windy, like gale force gusts of wind. So I've put it off, and I don't think I can put it off any longer. So I'm going to go and do today's run, which is 53 minutes base run. And I just need to go and do it. I need to stop putting it off. So I'm going to go and put my rain gear on. And I could go on the treadmill again, but quite frankly, having another hour on the tread after last night is not really the vibe. So I think I'd rather go and run in the wind and the rain. I'm going to take you with me. Don't expect amazing content considering the rain. I don't even think I'm going to take my mic, so I'll try and like film a bit of footage of me running, but no kind of running commentary. That's quite a funny pun. So yeah, let's go and put my muddy shoes on, a waterproof, and go and slog it out. And then week 4 will be ticked off. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. I've ended up on a bit of a trail. It was unintentional. I need to plan my routes better, but yeah, I haven't got my mic with me, so I'm sorry if the sound isn't great, but yeah, I'm about not really halfway. I think I know where I'm going, but as we know from previous runs, I'm not great at thinking about a loop. I was going to go and see some rhinos, which might be random, but I'm very near the safari park, so I was going to pop and see some rhinos, but I haven't really got time, so I'm not going to see the rhinos. The rain has stopped. Maybe I'll take you to the rhinos another day, because I just don't think I've got the time. I mean, have I got time for rhinos? I might have time for rhinos. Should we go find some rhinos? Let's go find some rhinos. They might be in bed, it might be a complete waste of time, but I might go rhino hunting.
It was at this moment that William knew. He fucked up.
Right, I've ended up, there's quite a bit of mud under a bridge. Thank God I'm not precious about these shoes. Right, I'm off to find some rhinos. No rhinos. I think they've gone to bed because it's miserable. I got some deer, but the rhino enclosure is there. So normally, this is where like the cars drive through, and that's the rhino enclosure. And yeah, you can see some deers up there, but always keen to show the bad. Yeah, I fell over. And my feet are soaking wet. They're so bad. They're so so, yeah, run is done. It didn't actually rain that much, but I was very grateful for my waterproof as I had to use it to wrap around my waist because I ended up falling like Vicar of Dibley style in a puddle. And actually, I was trying to help another runner not fall in the puddle as well. And then I ended up falling in the puddle myself. So not only did I fall, but I fell with an audience, which is always 10 times worse. The best thing to do in that situation is just laugh. Laugh as you do it because it makes you feel better about it. And the other runner was so nice. He was like, "Are you hurt?" And I was like, "No, I'm not hurt. I'm fine." I said, "Just a bruisey ego." And it's nowhere near as bad as the fall I had last summer. So I will put a picture of it here. If you do not like blood or gore, just skip forward like 5 seconds from now. So yeah, it wasn't like hurting myself or I just fell in the puddle. And actually I had a really good time. I don't know why I picked the route I did. Was going to see the rhinos or trying to see the rhinos a bad idea? Yeah, a little bit. But I actually had a really enjoyable run, despite it being like really hilly. Like it's a complete uphill and then a complete downhill and then a bit of flat to go and see the rhinos and then back up the big hill and back down again. So my heart rate was not in zone 2. But you know what? I'm actually enjoying the runs more where I'm not obsessed about keeping my heart rate low. And I know that's bad. I know that's probably against the base run rules. Well, it's not really. It's part of my own rule that I decided to stick to. Garmin wants me to just do it within like the 146 BPM, but then I feel like I'm doing a lot of work in zone 3 and that doesn't seem right. Anyway, this has been a really good week. We have finished on 31k, which is 5k more than last week. And my kind of highest mileage now over. So for week 4, we finished on 31k. So I'm going to do a bit more. I'll kind of do a bit of a weekly roundup tomorrow as I start week 5. But I'll put it in the end of this video. So we'll do a little bit of a weekly roundup next. But for now, I'm going to go and have a shower and wash my hair and basically get all this mud off me, which is under my fingers. Basically just, obviously washed my hands when I came in, but yeah, I'm just covered in mud from pretty much the waist down. So I'm going to go wash that off. But yeah, successful long run, weirdly, despite a fall and despite not seeing the kind of thing I wanted to go and see. And week 4 is done. So we just need a bit of a roundup. So I think now that I've done 4 weeks of this, I'm beginning to see a bit of a pattern. So obviously the runs are changing very frequently, so I don't kind of get my heart set on anything that's in the plan, to be honest. So I kind of have to react to whatever I get kind of given on the day, which is, to be honest, usually fine. But for each of the 4 weeks, I've done 5 runs a week, obviously taking all the recovery runs that get sent to me that come up as rest days. And I'm really glad I'm doing that because, to be honest, I don't think I really want to run more than 5 days a week anyway. So I'm going to keep on doing that. The last 3 weeks have seen me do 60% of the runs as base runs. It's keeping it a bit spicy. It's good. It kind of keeps it interesting. I think if I was just doing like base runs all the time, I'd be a bit bored. So, and obviously we've had like a change of kind of plan stage. So I moved up to, I think on the 2nd of April, moved up from the kind of base stage to the build stage. So I was expecting things to ramp up a little bit. And I finished the week on 31k. Last week I finished on 26k, and the week before I finished on 30k, and the week before I finished on 26k. So it's kind of going like this, but I guess with an upward trajectory. The other thing about this week is my VO2 max has increased twice. So once it increased enough to get into excellent, so I was at 42.5, and I've also got up to 43 VO2 max this week, and obviously my race time predictions across all distances, 5k to marathon, have also decreased. Now I know they're not particularly accurate, those race time predictions, but it's kind of nice to see that the work I'm doing is meaning something to Garmin. So yeah, another week in the bag. and we're 6 weeks to go until race day. So yeah, another week done. So time for week 5, which you'll see next week. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. You obviously hit the bell, then you'll be notified when I put my next video out, which is at the moment Mondays. And I quite like that kind of upload schedule, and it gives me time to edit the video every Sunday evening. So yeah, and please leave a comment. I'm trying to reply to all the comments that I get. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.